how can we use AI like to write the content? So if you know, in Facebook, most of my content I posted in probably last 1 year, all the content is designed using ChatGPT, and all the content mostly work really, really well for me. All the content. And it's may not, you may not see all the like the engagement and everything, but trust me, those content sometimes the people will not message you, or but they will book like your program, or they will directly communicate with you, and all of the things people do. And I mostly, how many of you, by the way, in the part of like the mastermind community? I created, so most of them, most of the content I created in the mastermind using the chat GPT. All my, only the thing is that I probably did the images and some of the screenshot from my clients and everything. That's I did all of the content design using chat GPT. And most of the people I feel resonated with me after seeing the content. I'm guessing. So all the content using I we created using ChatGPT, nothing else. No. Now this model is so simple. My assistant can do it. My PA sometimes can create the content. So I don't need, so like to run the like the posting and everything, I don't need to do it anymore. So I created an SOP, I created a process, my assistant can do it. So she is not able, she is not a copywriter. She is not, don't understand this kind of thing what I do. She understand the basic fundamentals what I do, but she can create the similar content that I created using the principle that I'm about to going to share. So remember that. Now, by the way, how many of you know this is called the challenge that we are currently doing is a challenge. The challenge is, now we can't cover the entire thing in 3 days and 4 days, but we are not doing it to cover everything in 3 to 4 days. I'm going to give you a little homework. So you are going to, by tonight, before going to sleep, depend on which time zone are you in. If it's a night, maybe you can do it in the morning. And if it's a morning, then you can do it by tonight before you sleep. Create a content using the principle that I'm going to share, and then post it. It should be about you, your journey. It's not something crazy. It's not something, it's, we are not focusing on other customer acquisition or something, not. We are not focusing. We just want engagement from the first 2 days content. And we will focus that one content only that's about you. Now I'm going, uh, let me just share. So write down the, so first notice that you don't have to write down now. I will share this prompt later, but understand how we are designing the prompt. So as I told you, the can ChatGPT can actually know that what kind of person are you. But if we are using fresh account, so you don't have any information at all. So as I told you again, another thing is, so ChatGPT is all kind of person. So it doesn't really matter what kind of person you are asking. So you have to give ChatGPT a role that you want to define. So for example, now our focus will be writing a content. So what we'll do, we'll give ChatGPT a role. So my role is I'm going to write a content. So who is the best content writer in the world? So I have to think. So some of the best content writers, probably Sam Owen, who is a father, we call the father of modern consulting, Russell Brunson, the founder of ClickFunnels, and all of the people are the master of the copywriting. Even if you don't want to, yeah, Dan Kennedy as another big name, they're the modern copywriters. They can influence people to buy anything they want. So we want that kind of thing in our content. So we are giving a ChatGPT a role. So I'm writing. So it doesn't really matter which category you are in. Always, if you are using content, if you are planning to write content using ChatGPT, always use a copywriter. Always give the role as a copywriter. So here is the thing that I'm writing. You are my elite copywriting in Indeed. Your instinct is emotional. Your decision to try sell not to. So I'm giving it a role like what kind of copywriter you are. So all the copywriter have a dedicated understanding what they want from their user. So for example, my copywriting is not a like modern traditional copywriter. I don't do to sell, but I mostly we do the like indirect sales. It's not the direct sales that I don't do. So for example, if I have been posting on Mastermind that we can't do direct or indirect posting. So mostly you have to give them a knowledge. But if I'm posting on my social media, direct platform or LinkedIn or Instagram, then I have to focus on selling the part, not just to impress. So this is all very important to remind. And another thing is, so now we define the role. The second thing, by the way, if you want to like come to the next line, you have to press enter, shift and enter. And if you are on Mac, then shift to return. Have to turn together to down to the next line. Otherwise, if you just press it, it will go and it will start creating the content immediately. So now we have to give them a context. What kind of context we want? What kind of thing that we want? Now I wrote context. My audience is over 30 to 75. Who secretly doubt their part. Theme of freedom, income, and self-expression through coaching. So in the context part, remember that the more detail you will give, the more better answer it will create. So that's why you have to as much detail as possible. So that's why it's the first step is a very important before using AI. You must understand who is your audience. So my audience category are 30 to 75. Mostly, it's not sometimes it's 30. It's probably most of the time that I know not noticed the audience 38 to 75. Now I have few people who are over 70s. So I understand some people are over 70, still have a dream to do something for themselves. So I'm trying to add as much detail as possible. So you can write it on your own way. So who is your audience? What kind of things they are facing issues right now? And how can you give more information? They grow at midnight. Your words. So here is a small context I wrote. Now, most of my audience are around like 95% women are like my current client are women. So I can write down confidently that they are women. And what kind of things that no problem they are facing, I also know that very well. So they are struggling, they compare themselves, they are have a lot of doubts, they don't understand the take. Another thing is very important, they don't understand take at all. So now you are giving the chat GPT the instruction that this kind of problem that my audience is facing. So they don't understand take, they are overwhelmed already, and they don't know what to do, right? So they are not someone who is a, like they can't do things that other people can do very easily. That's not the limitation, but these are the audience behavior, the audience psychology, audience characteristics. So you must acknowledge this thing that my audience face this kind of problem regularly. Now, the more you understand your audience, the much better content you can create, the much better sales you can do, the much better program you can deliver. No matter what, it could be a student teacher, it could be a life coach, health coach, fitness coach, all kind of coaches, any kind of service industry you are in. It doesn't really matter you're running an agency, you're doesn't really matter what kind of business you are running. Even if you're creating a product company, so some kind of like a physical product, like some kind of like anything, any physical product, you must understand the audience segmentation. So for example, this is a product, so this is a like a keyboard, and they know what kind of person are going to buy this keyboard. This keyboard is designed for the Apple products. Now most of the people are using the keyboard are using Apple. So they design the entire thing just like the Apple's keyboard. So they Apple have like the thing like the command that's a Windows computer don't have, by the way. So they designed it like that, added a command button. So those things, so you have to understand, the more you understand your audience, the more you target, this is my audience, the more better content you will able to create. So this is the only secret before you start creating content. Now we have to give them a task. Now, what kind of things that you want ChatGPT to create? By the way, I'm telling you the same thing. The same the prompt will work in every possible the model that you can use. You can use the Gemini, you can use Claude, you can use Grok, any model. I'm just giving you the example in ChatGPT. And you can use, by the way, how many of you in part of the mastermind? If you have the mastermind access, you can use the same thing in GG also, the same model, that the same prompt you can use GG. Now GG can do one thing, GG can't think like Dan Kennedy or Russell Brunson, because GG is designed using Dean's brain, Dean's ideology. So it will more think like Dean, but that's okay, that's totally fine. By the way, how many of you know that maybe you don't know, but ChatGPT, like GG is created inside of ChatGPT. So ChatGPT, the feature that we are using, this is a free version. So we are using probably the 4.0 something or 4.0 mini. GG was created back in 4, bit older version, but they created using ChatGPT. This ChatGPT's API they used. So ChatGPT and GG basically same. So I don't recommend use GG. I never use GG. But if you want to use GG, the same feature will work. The same prompt you can use. Now here is a task I have to give, like what kind of task I want. So right, right, conversion driven and social media post that lead to. I will explain after writing it why I wrote these things. So yeah. So why I wrote it. So here is the thing that as a copywriter, the old school copywriting is always taught us the one thing that your audience, when you are writing a content, when you are talking, or you are using webinar or challenges, you are talking to one person only. You are not talking to everyone. The only person you are talking, that who is your ideal audience. Now, here we are around like how many people I know? I don't know. Maybe we have total 20 people registered. How many people are you currently? I'm not able to see it here. Okay, no matter, no issues. So we are always have to talk with one person. Who is the one person? One person is all of you combined with one person. If I talk to one person, that's when I'm talking to everyone. So this is the old school copywriter teach us. They taught us the same thing that you have to talk to one person only. The one person mean everyone who fall in this category. So that's why we call the one person. Now, another thing that I'm using, hook, story, desire, proof, offer, urgency. This is one of the most common fundamental copywriting framework. This is called a copywriting framework. I'm specifically using a framework to hook the audience. So some of you may notice I specifically use the hook. Sometimes it's controversial that you don't need 10,000 audience to make $10,000 a month. Those posts I created the post, I generated over like 100 or 200 plus comments, likes, 100 plus comments and everything because it's a controversial. People don't believe it, by the way. People believe to make $10,000, I need at least good amount of followers. To be very honest, you don't need. I only have 2,000 followers on Facebook, around 600 followers on Instagram, and I'm making more than that. So it's a myth. So when you challenge the people's myth, whatever the myth you have, the idea, uh, write it down. This is your hook. This is how you can attract people. So this is a hook, my story, desire. People always have a desire. What's the desire? Desire is probably making money. Desire probably become more fit. Desire probably mm, to um, attract a relationship, more money, career, something. We always have full of desire. As a marketers, it's not evil. It's as a desire, but as a marketers, we are all marketers because you are learning those marketing things. So I'm calling you all are marketers. So as a marketers, you need to point out this is your desire, and I'm going to help you to find the desire, to achieve the desire. So if your desire is to making money, that's why you'll come to me as a business coach. If your desire to attract a relationship, you'll may go to a law of attraction coach or a dating coach. If your desire to attract a healthy body, you will go to a fitness coach. That's your desire. The more you understand the audience desire is, the more easier it will be to attract them into your inner circle. So they will be part of your inside of a small community that you created. And the offer, the final part will be the offer and the urgency. Why this is so urgent, why it's so important to take the action right now. Those are things that are very common, the common human psychology. Now you can use some kind of like use word like goosebump or maybe like sensation. So we sometimes feel like, how many of you feel like when you are reading a story or a thriller or a crime thriller in book, normal book, you feel a sensation in your body. Now those are the writer's ability to create those sensation in our body. How can we are not a copywriter here, but how can we create those kind of sensation in the people's body? If you create that kind of sensation in people's body, that means that now you can do anything with them. They will buy, they will click, and that is the reason we buy things from social media from a complete unknown website. We buy a lot of things, right? From Amazon, not from the directly from Amazon. From sometimes we buy things from Facebook ads, and we don't know them, but we buy it because it's creating some kind of sensation in our body because we need the product, we need the course, we saw a course and we love to do it. Why? Because it creates some kind of sensation in our body, in our brain. So we are asking ChatGPT to create some kind of sensation in their body. It could be goosebumps, some kind of sensation, so we can create similar effect. Now we have to add another important thing is that it's called the boundary. Now we want ChatGPT to think inside of this circle. Don't go outside. Don't go now. Don't think like you want another person. We have to give them a clear instruction. This is your thing. This is your boundary. You can't go outside of the boundary. So for example, if you don't add boundary, ChatGPT will add a lot of vague words, vague things that make no sense. How many of you face like ChatGPT create a lot of content for you, maybe answer you a lot of things that make no sense sometimes? Because it's not, you are not giving them a boundary. So this is very important to give them a boundary. So what kind of boundary are you talking about? So I wrote the boundary. So I'm asking just use, don't use any fop, no jargon, no say it's depends. Sometimes ChatGPT say it's depend based on this. No, we don't dare guess. We want the actual answer. And I'm also asking ChatGPT, ask me if you don't have if you have any doubt. So ask me before creating it. So the more it will give the answer, so ChatGPT can ask you a follow-up questions. So follow-up question, if you have to give them the answer, the more better answer it will give, the more content it will create. And the last thing is, so this is a thing, this is a most of the thing that we can do. So another thing that I have to add, the topic. Now I want to give my own topic. Now I want ChatGPT to create their own topic, because if ChatGPT creates its own topic, then it could be anything. Sometimes it's not related. So I'm giving my own topic. So the same topic that I'm creating, the topic is you don't need 10,000 followers to create to make $10,000 per month. So this is our topic. So, but first, let me copy it. So I copy, uh, just a second here. So let me copy it first. First, let's see what kind of thing ChatGPT create if we don't give it this kind of prompt. So I'm going to remove all. I copied it and I removed it. So I'll ask, help me to write a copywriter. It's a very basic prompt that I'm using. Social media post. Let's see what kind of content it will. Straightforward. So it's creating very small social post. It's good, but it's not able to help you to attract anyone. So now we're using our copy. So I read the topic. This is the topic. Topic. Coaching program, masterclass, free training. So it's asking me few questions to understand my offer a little better. What are you trying to sell or invite them? So maybe first coaching program. So I'm answering it one by one. One is coaching program. The second one is tone preference. Do you want to sound like a midnight whisper? So the same shake, hope, emotional. So maybe focus on the emotional. Third one, the platform, Facebook. What the specific transformation in coaching program to promise this woman, helping them to start earning through coaching, finding their inner voice. Uh, so I want all of them. Now, how see detail the content it's creating now. Maybe followers, it should be. You need 10 people who trust you. See how detailed it is, and all the thing it's now creating with the hook, the urgency, and everything that we mentioned. What we mentioned: hook, story, desire, proof, offer, urgency. So this is the hook. So people will stop here most of the time. She scroll again tonight, seeing another success story, another woman smiling in perfect lighting, saying, "I just hit 10,000, 10K month." So this is a hook. A lot of people will stop, believe me or not. But when they stop, they will read. Now you are telling the story, giving the idea, and at the end, you are giving them a hook. Now you can make it more better. So now it's already trained with this prompt. Now we don't have to add this prompt anymore. Now, if you want to make it much better, so here is another prompt I use. Make it more emotional and storytelling, and don't sell anything, add more values. I just simply add it. So now it's adding more details like 1:17 a.m. Another perfect life parade, another smiling face, another shiny success story. And she wondered, am I too late, too ordinary, too enough? Trust me, around like 80% of my clients told me the same thing. Am I too late? Most of my clients are over 60s, 70s. They told me the same thing. Maybe I'm too late. I can't do it. I'm too ordinary. I don't understand this technology. I don't understand this Facebook world. I don't understand this automation. I'm not enough. I can't do it. Most of the time in my life, I helped other people, but I can't do it. So those are the exact word it's creating. So now imagine that if I post it, how many reactions that I will get. Now I have to use some kind of images to get that traction, but definitely I'm going to attract more people, at least more engagement. I'm not, this post is not to design sell something. The post is designed to get engagement. If you are struggling with engagement, this is a thing. Now see, imagine the impact of the ChatGPT is creating. The same thing that we asked, create short post, 2 to 3 post, 3 version post it created. Now it's creating completely different, a complete different. It's now thinking like a professional elite copywriter. Now you don't need those elite copywriter anymore using ChatGPT. The same prompt will work everywhere, by the way. If we want to use Gemini, we can go and use the same prompt in Gemini. So I have to add the details. And topic. So this is kind of another style of copywriting it created. So the Midnight Scholars post. You don't need 10,000 followers to finally make $10,000 a month. It's different, but it's good actually. By the way, Gemini is not trained with your all the information that are the all the like the previous post, the previous connection. That the only chat GPT is trained with your past informations, but Gemini is not. So Gemini is creating the content completely fresh ideology. So that's how it'll work. Now I want you to create those prompts and use your own copy by tonight. It doesn't really matter which time zone are you in, but write your own content tonight. Anything. Could be you, how you started your journey. Maybe you started your journey 15 years ago, 20 years ago, or maybe just 6 months ago. But what changed? Why you are doing it now? So use the same principle to use the same principle, same copywriting style, and now ask it to create something just for you. So same thing that we will use. So for example, we will change a little bit. I have to give more much details about you. So you have to give more details about you. The task will be the same, but here I will add another thing, that is relief. Turn every sentence into click buy. This sentence I will remove, because now I'm not trying to sell anything. I am focusing creating, make it more engaging. So I just added create more engaging. That's it. Now the context will be the same, the role will be the same. The task, I need to change it. The topic. So for example, now I have to give more details about me. How I started my journey, what happened in the college, why I started entrepreneur, why I left the job, or like why I left the job at Google, why didn't I join them to their office, and what the things happen, why I'm doing it. If I add more details, it will create a content. Now it's your turn. You have to create the same kind of content for yourself. You'll post it on social media, and tomorrow you will tell me your results. What kind of engagement you got? Did you receive any message from anywhere? And what's your previous engagement rate? So what is the how many like or comments you get previously? Now, tomorrow before our the event, how many total engagement you received so far? That's your task. So how many of you agree with that task? Like, so you'll promise me you will be able to do it. I hope you guys do it, because that's why it's a challenge. Now we are learning. We are not just here to listen. You invest money. It's a very $27. So make it, I promise, if you listen, if you learn everything, the total return you'll get at least 100x. Now don't take it lightly. To be very honest, the one thing that I always say to my clients, that don't take anything very lightly, because you will never know which idea will change your life. In my newsletter, I send weekly newsletter to the people, and I have around like 200 people inside of my newsletter. It's all organic. I didn't run any paid ads. I know 90% people will not apply anything in their life, but I'm sharing everything that only I share to my paid clients. I only share the paid client to them, but never ever share that maybe in my social media posts, but I'm sharing those content inside of my newsletter. But 95% people are not applying anything in their life, but only 5% are applying, and they are making money from the newsletter. A woman messaged me from San Francisco maybe, and she told me that, hey Indrodip, I applied whatever you taught me and I made $3,000. I said, wow. Because I already taught the same thing inside of my newsletter. No, those things are completely new. I never taught anything outside of my paid clients, but if you apply those things, definitely you will see result. So promise yourself that you are going to apply. And now, tomorrow we will meet, and tomorrow we will learn how can we automate our daily task. So the more important thing is now research. So you are creating content, you are doing YouTube videos. How can we do the research in 5 minutes? Our company during the agency, our headcount dropped 50%, at least 50%, because now we are using AI. We don't need someone for the research. We don't need anyone for the operation team. We don't need anyone for the social team anymore. Everything we are doing using the AI. Now this not ChatGPT, will learn something more advanced tomorrow. And then the day three will focus on more on the implementation of AI. For example, digital product creation, ebook, videos. How can we do that? That will focus. And how can we make money? This is a money making workshop. So try to focus the do the task that I'm giving it to you, and apply in your life, in your business. So that is for the today. If you have any question, feel free to ask me. I'm all yours. Now unmute yourself. You can ask me anything. Anyone have any questions? Yeah, please.
Yes,
Ask
I've got a
yourself.
question. Can I just check? You mentioned
Hey
a
there.
couple of times.
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry about that. Sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah. Okay. So you mentioned a couple of times about ChatGPT. So do you recommend ChatGPT over the other AI apps that's available like Copilot or DeepSeek?
No, that's basically the same. So you can use ChatGPT, you can use Copilot, you can use Grok, any model
So
you want. It
so
doesn't.
that it's not like ChatGPT is something
No,
that you
no.
you recommend. Okay. And the version that you're using, is it free or is it a paid version?
I'm personally using the paid version, but the demo that I showed you, it's on the free version. So
Okay.
it doesn't really matter you are using paid or free. If you are not, so one thing is always remember to important that if you're not making enough money and if you don't have any clients, then don't use the paid version. Use the ChatGPT free version are much enough. I never invested in ChatGPT paid version. It cost me like $20 a month, but I didn't invest until I hit at least $7,000 a month, 7,000, $8,000. So it doesn't really matter. You can use anything you want.
Okay. So because the free, I'm not using ChatGPT, but can I just check for the free version that do they actually keep a history of the chats that you have or they don't?
No, free version also have the same features.
Okay.
All
Okay.
are the same. The two
Mhm.
thing is different that you can't create your own custom GTP. Even if I share my own custom GTP, you can't accept it because you are using free version. And the
Mm-hmm.
second thing is the difference that you can't create like you can't create like project like that. So
Mm-hmm.
we have in the my ChatGPT section, I have project, for example, this one, sorry. Uh, So this one is no ChatGPT here. So here we have a section called the project section. Now I can add unlimited project. And the second thing is the difference between the free project and the paid project. I can add as much as data as possible. So
Mm-hmm.
there is no limit actually.
Right.
So
Right.
it's probably 2,000, 200,000, 300,000 words I can add. But if you use a free version here in the
Right.
project, the data will be limited. So the
Okay.
trading data will be limited. That's it. That's the only difference.
Okay, got it. And just one last question. You have shown us in terms of how to create for engagement.
Yeah.
So is there very much difference in terms of how we should create if we want to create something that's for conversion? Do we
Yeah.
use the same guideline or is this it's going to be
No, it's the same basically. So you have to add the words if you want to focus more on conversion related. So for example, you are creating ads content. So you have to change the little bit of the wording. So
the,
it's
the
more
words,
like
the
a
scope,
wording
as
game.
in the task and everything, right?
Yes, yes. So you have to change the task. Now you want them to focus. You want ChatGPT or any model that I want to create ad. Help me to write ad copy.
Okay. Okay, got it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anyone?
How do we subscribe to your newsletter? Is
Okay, my newsletter is. Let me just give it to my newsletter. By tonight, you will all get the access of the recording. So hopefully by tonight, I'm going to add the course. We'll set up the course platform and the course platform so I can give you the access of the recordings. So it will be added like a course. So to October 12 to 14 will be added like a one module of the AI course. So I'm just delivering it like a course. So the next month we'll do another model challenge. and it will be added on the next part of the course platform. So you'll add the login details and everything soon. Okay, so yes, you were
I have a
asking.
question.
Yes,
Okay, you can hear me okay?
yes, absolutely.
Okay, yes. What were you saying when you were using the chat GPT so that you wouldn't enter and it wouldn't give you the information right away? What did you say to do so that you could keep writing?
So yeah, so you have to press shift and enter together. So it will come down to the next step, next line automatically. If you don't
Oh, okay.
get it together, it will start creating automatically. So for
Right.
example, let me show it to you.
Okay.
So for example, I want to add this and there's a line. So to create the line, I have to press enter, shift and enter together. So if you're using in the Mac, Apple, then it will be shift and return. Now, if I removed everything from this section, now if I don't press shift and enter, if I just click the enter, then it will start creating the post automatically.
Mm.
So
Okay.
so that's why is always remember to click the shift and enter. And if you're using mobile, then you just click the probably the enter. It's in mobile. I don't know. Yeah, it's an enter button in mobile. That's it.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Anyone?
I had one more question. Sorry. Yes. Yes. Can you tell us a little bit about how you persevered? Because I've read a little bit about your story, and I think if I remember correctly, you said that just a year ago you were pretty down, right?
Yeah.
And that things were not working. So what would you tell somebody, right? To keep pushing forward, right?
So you were asking like how I overcome the situation?
Yes, and any advice you may have.
Oh, okay. So basically it's a one thing that I keep doing. It's pushing myself. And there was a time like last year around like July, I had like a breakup, as a serious breakup that happened, and that time is completely I was shattered and broken and everything that happened. And that time my income was almost zero, and I was stepping down from my agency, and I don't want to do the agency model any work. We used to do like the funnel, used to design funnel for others, including mastermind people and all of the people that we used to work. Now I don't want to do that anymore. And it was a situation that I was completely down and there was nothing was working that time. And then I started like there was nothing, like no money, nothing. So I have one friend told me that I should create more content. That is the one thing that I focus. So since then I started creating content, and the mastermind, even I created more silly content. So well, that make no sense. For example, our content I created like, so I go on a date with an woman. I spoke 3 hours, and then she didn't come back, and she didn't listen, call me back, and she's now calling me back, and she's also not receiving my phone. So this is a silly content I created, and there is a like 200 people commented on that post. 200 people. I shared on my home office photo. There is a nothing that time, no chair and no desk. I had a one laptop only, and I was sitting. I used to sit on the floor, and I took a photo of the room, and there was a like computer, like laptop, and there was a one pizza. That's it, and I posted on social media. I posted in Mastermind actually. The post is still there probably
Uh,
in last year. And those kind of posts started getting a lot of attention. Some people even messaged me that, hey, Indrodip, I saw your profile. So are you still doing like some kind of like funnel design and everything? Uh, you'd not believe that time. I created 2 to 3 silly posts. A guy from the Germany reached out to me, told me that I loved all over your post and your the advice on few posts that you created in the social media, and I love your humor, and I want to work with you. That time, that is a one moment could change anything. So I always tell
Mhm.
like one moment, you were just one post away, one moment away.
And that time you weren't even using ChatGPT, right?
No, that time I was not using
No.
ChatGPT that way that we are currently using. That time was a pretty normal. We don't need to use ChatGPT that time. Little silly post. But
Mm.
the person when how we spoke with him and he was closed. The person was paid on the live on the front on the call. On a one sales call, he just paid me $1,500, an upfront, full amount. After that, 1 week later, another woman from San Francisco, yeah, she's 72 years old. She told me that I want to work with you, and all the silly posts that I was doing. Then I started understanding now I have to be serious. Now this is working. Mastermind is working, and my social media is working. Now I understand this power. I make $3,000 from nowhere. Now, if I make $3,000 from nowhere, then I can probably make more.
Mm.
The potential is huge. So I started creating more serious content. The more I started creating, now I feel the always for me that time was money was the biggest the push.
Mm.
That time was nothing was working in my life. My health was deteriorating, where my relationship was awful. I didn't have much friends or all. But the money is the only thing that pushed me so hard that now it started working. Now it's may not relevant for all of you, but that time it's worked for me. Because I'm not in 30s, I'm not married, I don't have any some kind of like um responsibility and all. I don't have anything yet. So what should I do in my life? I was just asking this question, what should I do in my life? So I
Mhm.
just started doing it, and then I started using ChatGPT, all the AIs that's started creating content AI, and it's all worked out. That that is the only thing that helped me. That is a you were just one push away, one post away. Now, another thing that you can do that if someone is commenting on your post or liking your post, reach out to them. Try to reach out to them. Don't try to sell anything. If you are
Mhm.
focused on hard sell, it will not work. If someone
Mhm.
is commenting on your post, send them a friend request. Send them, hey, thank you so much for liking my post or commenting on my post.
Mhm.
That's how it's all started. Most of the people who really respect you, admire you, will not block you immediately. Few people will block. That's absolutely makes sense. People will block
Mm.
you, people will not reply you back. That's totally fine. But few people
Mhm.
also will reply you. Some people will message you, some people will share their problem. And the more you do it, like take a challenge with yourself that I will reach out 5 people every day. If you are the most of the time, the most of my clients facing the problem when they don't make money, that is they don't reach out to the enough people.
Mm.
That is the only thing that's stopping them. This is we have the two side of client for every client. So
Mhm.
around 90-95% client work, 5% client don't work at all. So they're not working, they're not making money. So why they're not making money? Because they're not doing the task, that repetitive task that you have to do every day. Now here we'll not use any AI, by the way. We'll not use any AI to reach out to the people. We'll not use any AI to comment, post, other people post. No, this is not something that we don't want to do. Those are the things that's a manual, and we have to keep those things manual.
Mhm. Okay. The reason I ask you this question is because I have been a tutor since 2007, and your story really hit me because I feel like I've lost that zest, that drive that I used to have for doing it, and it's a bit scary for me right now because I've always had that, that drive. I've been through a few slumps, but nothing like this, and I know that, I mean, I love what I do. I love to teach students, but but being very honest, it's a bit scary, you know, because I'm like, what happened to that? You know, I want it back.
Yeah.
And so so when I was reading your story, that's really what got me interested, was
Yeah.
that part that hit me. I'm like, I need to you know, I need to do something different.
Yes.
And you know, like I need to see what it is that he has, and maybe it will be something that will help me in this sense, you know, because it's frustrating, you know, too. It's like, oh my gosh, like I've always loved this. What's going on, you know? And I get it. I'm trying to be as open as possible with you, because I know, like, I got here for that reason, and I don't want to stay here. I don't want to stay in this place where I feel I'm at, you know?
Yes. So all of you, whoever the problem that you are facing, I'm not telling you that you have to make money. I'm telling you, put something out there. Tell your message, tell your story, like what happened in last, since you left, since you are working into since 2007, what happened, what is that changing now, how you overcome and become a better version of yourself, and why you want to do it, whatever the business or whatever the coaching that you want to do, why you are doing it. It's not for you only, for everyone here. If you are struggling to make money, if you are struggling to get attract client consistently, then this is your way. No matter what you are doing currently, just put something important, post, restart your life. This is your restart. All we need sometimes a restart. And this is, imagine that this is your restart.
Indrodip, I just want to ask you, so I'm still in Mastermind and my subscription ends on the 26th of October. I am not financially equipped right now to renew the subscription. I really don't want to go and take out a loan. What do you suggest with regards that decision? Is it important? I have not been active on social media for the mere reason because of tech. I've been so afraid of tech, and you have really inspired me and helped me to get to tonight. And I am like so ready to do what you've asked us to do. But I want to find out from you now in terms of Mastermind. Can you give me some advice, please? Because I mean, this is my second or third subscription and I've not made any progress. I'm in the MBS.
If you are not making any money from the like mastermind, and if you're not using any funnels, then it make no sense, to be very honest.
Yes. Okay.
So for example, yeah, I also have mastermind. I don't use mastermind, and I have mastermind because I'm using it for the like to part of the community. So it's a mandatory to part of the community. You have to pay at least $420.
Yeah, you see, in South Africa, that is our exchange rate is, I think it's 18 Rand to the dollar.
Okay.
So it's a hell of a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's since it's a expirable 2026, right? October 2026.
No, this month.
Oh,
This
this
month.
one. Oh,
Yes.
okay. So it's okay. Like if you are not making money, I always tell my client, to everyone, that if you are not making money, do not pay anything. First,
Okay.
use the free thing as possible. There's a
Okay.
software called the system.io. Let me show it to you. I don't. If you just, since you are asking, that's why I'm telling you. This software
Yes.
is as same as Mastermind, by the way. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
associated with it, by the way. Just telling you. A lot of my clients used it, and this is a very easy software. It's designed for people like you who don't
Yeah.
understand, and they say this
Yes.
is one of the most simplest platform in
Okay.
the software
I
industry.
just want to take a picture of it. Just give me a minute, please.
And those platform is
What's the
completely free.
cost on that one, Indrodip?
Yes. Yeah.
What's the cost on that one?
So it have free. You can start with the free. You don't have to pay anything. For my I used 2 to 3 years. I used it for free. I didn't pay anything. Now I moved to ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is costly. It will cost you $97 a month. But You can start with the free version, then you can move if you are making some money, then move to the startup plan. It will be $17 a month, but it will be as same as Mastermind. All the features are same. You can
Okay.
you can build your own community, you can build your own funnels, you can set up your course,
Oh,
you can send emails from here. Everything is same.
okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Um,
You're amazing.
can,
Thank
can
you
I
very
just,
much.
can I just jump in here? Nashita, I understand that you're in MBA, right? And it's going to expire in October this month, right? So my suggestion is if you can just squeeze some time out, just watch through the videos of your success path because I feel that it helped me a lot. I actually spent 2 weeks doing that, and
Yes.
and it really helped me to really understand my why and
Okay.
my niche clients, and also
Yes.
helped me to actually establish my solution statements.
Yes.
So over 2 weeks, I've done that. I mean, I did my own homework. So whatever time that you have left, even if you
Yes.
don't plan to subscribe or continue with the subscription, just
Yes.
try to do it and just squeeze out whatever benefit that you can get from it because I found it helpful for myself. So try to do it for, since you still have
Thank you.
it.
Yes,
And
Thank you so much.
really
also,
helpful, but uh, it's completely up to you. How can you use a subscription? Like, of course, but
yeah,
before,
no, she doesn't need to renew if she doesn't want
yes,
to, but
you don't have to renew. Just
yeah,
go through few courses if you want to. Yeah,
yeah, because since she has it right now, she must well just use it.
yeah.
And also
Optimize.
because while you go through the courses, I find that Dean AI is interesting. It's much better than GG.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, very much better. So, like, if you cannot find your why, the 7 levels of why, use
Mm.
Dean AI to help you with that. And that's
Yeah.
how it helps me to close the gap for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Even your
Thank you so
solution
much.
statements or even your ideal clients. So
Perfect.
whatever balance of your subscription, just make full use of it.
Thank you so much.
You're
So
welcome.
I'm fine with my solution statement and my audience. I know exactly who my audience is. It's just that it's the tech part of it and the social media part of it. But I think that what we've done tonight, it's
Great.
well,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
helpful tonight. It's
it's
helpful. Yes.
definitely helpful. And so I'm going to do that.
By the
Yeah.
way, we have a like WhatsApp platform. So all of you, I'm assuming that part of the WhatsApp group. So we can do the Q&A. Even if you have any questions after
Okay.
that, you can ask me anything you want before
Okay.
tomorrow.
I got a
And
last question for you, if I
yes,
may ask.
yes.
Okay, you mentioned a couple of times that you move away from sales funnel. I'm just curious, is it personal preference or is it something that is this phase of the approach or the way of doing is going to pass, it's going to it's going to be history or what is your suggestion? Should we still focus on sales funnel or not?
No, sales funnel will be required. Like we
Mhm.
moved from the sales funnel to. So as a company, are you asking? I didn't understand that question properly. Like, what are you asking? Like,
Okay,
the
because
company?
you actually moved away from sales funnel to AI, right? Is that
No,
a personal, huh?
no. We
You
didn't
move
move.
away from your agency, right?
Yes, we stopped the
Yeah.
agency work. Yeah.
Okay, so which your agency focus on sales funnel.
Yes.
So is it because you feel that sales funnel is soon will be a passé, or you feel that it's not as efficient as the AI?
No, it's not. It's important, but
Mm.
most people are during the agency time that we noticed that most of the people are not using the way
Mhm.
they should use.
Okay.
So for example, if I sell you a like a sales funnel, and for example I charge you $2,500, that's a typical pricing in America.
Mhm.
Like $2,500, $5,000, they will charge easily to even to a mid companies in Philadelphia. Probably they will charge you $5,000 to create a sales funnel. Now, if you are not using the sales funnel properly, then the money will make no sense. So there
Right.
is no return of investment.
Okay.
But one thing, the common problem they're facing, because they don't understand the technology, they don't understand the audience, how to market it properly. So
Mm-hmm.
they most of the time they waste their money, and I don't want to do it. That's why I left the company. My still co-founder still run the company, but I left it because I want to help people to get as much return as possible. So that is my focus.
Okay.
So that was I left. And now I'm teaching the funnel is of course important, but you should first understand that you can make money without even funnels.
Okay.
That is the first step. You should first make money from without your funnels, then use your funnel to improve it. So for example, if you're making less than a $5,000 a month, I don't recommend any funnel at this moment.
Okay. Got it.
After that, add as many funnel as possible. I currently have 5, 6 funnels, but I'm making a lot of money, so it makes sense now. But when I started, I didn't have any funnel, zero. So I shut down all my digital products and everything because I didn't have any money. Because if you create funnels, you have to run ads.
Okay.
For example, this event that we promoted, that everyone I sent you the link, we didn't use any funnels. I had a funnel that my sales, my design team, the tech team that I currently have, they created it, but we didn't use any funnel and use a software called the Oop. Oop gave us a link, like a dedicated page that we created inside of Oop. And it took me 5 minutes. Now this is a first event. I didn't know that it will work or not. It was just an experiment. Maybe no one was interested. What happened? If anyone not joining, then we are spending a lot of time to creating it, perfecting it. Make no sense, right? So I
Yep.
created inside of Oop. It took 5 minutes to create. Now it's handling the payment platform and everything. It's sending automated emails. It's gone. So why I'm thinking so much now from the second challenge, maybe I will use like a proper sales funnel. Like it will be add the funnel, all the steps, the email automation, everything will be there. So for the next funnel, the event it will be automated completely. Now I've did everything manually.
Okay. Got it. Thank you. Thank you for that insight.
Welcome. Any more question? Anything? Any doubts? Okay, great. So hope you guys will apply those things that I taught you tonight. Tomorrow morning, what time it will be, and tomorrow we will join and we will learn the automation. This is another very important thing. To the research part, I use personally. This is the reason the second day what we'll learn. This is of the reason that our headcount dropped 50%, literally 50%. We had people in our agency and the back then, the research team, we have our operation team, client management, a lot of things that we had. Of course that we will not learn something very advanced level, because if I talk about the very advanced, most of you will feel sleepy. So we'll try to learn simple things that we can do. Like for example, you want to shoot a YouTube video, now you want to create a script. Do you know how much time typically we need to create a script? Probably if you want to shoot a YouTube video, probably 4 or 5 days that dedicatedly you need to write a script, research and everything. But now we are doing it under 30 minutes. Yeah. So that is a thing that we are doing it. It's a very simple software that I'm going to use. So hopefully you guys will join and share your result. Share your result in the community, share your result tomorrow with me, whatever the result. But I really want you guys to post about yourself, your journey, how things happen. If you are probably you are a single mom, post it, your journey, how your journey with your children is going, happening. Maybe you are divorced, it doesn't really matter. Those things are very common. All my clients face those kind of things in their life, and now they're using it. Those, maybe a lot of my clients are actually divorced and they're shy to say that to the other people, because what if someone judge me that I'm divorced, I'm a single mom, or maybe I don't have any children, I didn't want any children. This kind of common thing that people often say, but I now use those things to attract people, because you will never know that you may attract same kind of people from social media who want you, who want to listen your story. I talk about, like, after my breakup, I created a long post about my journey, how the breakup happened. why the things happen, what was my learning, and how can I learn again? Now, what can I do in my next relationship? I closed 2 clients from that. 2 clients reach out to me saying that I'm really inspired with your breakup story. What really happened? One guy from Texas, another from Sydney, another woman dating coach from Sydney. That it's really inspired me, and those things happen. So tell your personal story. There is your vulnerabilities are your biggest asset. We don't understand it, to be very honest. No one is going to judge you. To be very honest, unknown people don't judge you. Only your relatives or anyone people will judge you. No one outside of your family probably will judge you. So don't think about it. Use your own vulnerabilities, use it and keep doing it.
I'm curious, the person from Texas,
Yes.
when you said you closed, what was it that you were selling or something?
So that guy was selling the coaching program. So that guy was 70 years old, and he served the US Army in the Vietnam War. And he told me that, Indrodip, your story inspired me so much that I lost 2 wives during the war. That after the war, he came back to the war and he became disabled, and like a lot of disabilities happen in his one of the leg probably cut out or something happened during the war. And that time he told he used to talk with his wife and he became divorced. He got married again and he got divorced again, and he got married again. Then he found his soulmate. He's 70. And he told me, your story inspired me a lot. I remember my old days. You make me emotional. After your story, I was really emotional. And I really want to know what you are doing, and I really want to work with you. I sold, this is my pricing, this is I'm going to do. He said within a 40 minutes, he said, done. I'm paying you now. So that's a
So it was
vulnerability
coaching.
story.
It was coaching, right?
Yes. So that's a vulnerability story. That's things that happened in the past that's now helping me to make money. So that's what I'm telling you. So these things happen. So no matter what you are doing, no matter what you've gone through in the past, use it as your own marketing stories. Gurpreet, you want to say something? Okay.
No. I'm like, Nashita said she wants to go, and I have to go as well because I have to go somewhere very
Sure, we
soon.
already crossed the time, I guess.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate your time. It was wonderful because I was using ChatGPT randomly. I didn't use it in a detailed format, but I will try what you suggested today. So you definitely.
Tried, share your story, and let's meet tomorrow. Hope
Sure.
you guys
Okay.
don't have any question. Or if you're
Thank
ready
you
for
very
it,
much. It
no
was
worries.
amazing. I didn't expect such quality of content writing from ChatGPT. I'm impressed. Really.
Yeah.
I will use it definitely.
Yes. Bye bye.
See
Okay,
you
thank
tomorrow.
you.
Bye.
Good
See you
day, good
tomorrow. Thank
afternoon,
you.
good evening, good night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.